What's going on today, guys? My name's Corson Searles. Welcome to the 7th episode of the DailyC show. This is going to be a really good episode. I say that every time. This one's going to be great for anybody in junior, going into junior, any parents, really anybody who just wants to know a little bit more about hockey culture and how I think you can kind of deal with being a rookie or a new vet or just a vet in general in junior hockey. So, welcome to the show. So in this episode, what I really want to talk about is really just this concept of what it's like to be a rookie in the league. For me, it was in the GTHL, Junior B, also in Junior C. I can't remember the name of the league right now, but I played for the Simcoe Storm in my 16-year-old year, and there's been a ton of stuff I've learned from being a rookie and then also being a vet, watching newer guys come into the league, and also just watching how different vets kind of deal with players in general. So what's a rookie? Rookie's a guy who's a first-year player in the league. I think that's pretty obvious. A vet is anybody who's been in the league for more than 1 year. There's some weird little rules with the way the OHL works. If you played certain leagues, you're a rookie in the O no matter what, and I don't want to explain too much into that because it's not really too big of a deal right now. So what I want to do is I want to offer some advice for rookies coming into the league, and then I also want to offer some advice for vets and how I think you can really work to be a really good leader on the team, and how I think you should really deal with rookies in general, and how you can make the year the most enjoyable thing it possibly can be. So for rookies, what I want to start off with is a couple little things. So one, I was at my rookie camp actually last weekend, and one thing I noticed is that a lot of new guys are kind of hesitant, and so was I, to kind of go into the mix, go play sewer, so go play soccer with the guys, go warm up, go talk, kind of start conversations, ask questions, and really get in there. And I get it. I know it. I don't usually I'm not the first person to just jump right into a conversation and try to force one out of nothing. But I think it's super valuable to not be afraid to kind of approach different players that are already on the team or other guys, and just come in and say, hey, what's up? Smile, be confident, and really just kind of establish yourself as a leader right from the start. And I think that really sets a tone, and I think it also kind of plays into your game because you're already kind of confident going into that game, knowing that everybody kind of knows a little bit more about you, who you are, and they kind of get that vibe that you're kind of that alpha or that leader kind of person. So that's kind of a little bit of advice that I would say right off the bat, going into rookie camp, going into really any camp that you're going in, is smile, be confident, talk to people. I got some notes written over on the board over there if you see me kind of veering off. So another thing that I think players need to realize is you're going to get chirped and you're going to get made fun of, and that's just how sports work. You're always gonna have guys bug each other. Everybody's competitive. Everybody's working for spots. Everybody's trying to win. So and your friends, right? And that's, if most people with their friends, you're gonna kind of bug each other. So expect to be kind of and get used to being joked around with, made fun of a little bit, and don't be afraid to dish it back a little bit. And obviously, there's always an extent where you know when you've crossed the line. If you do, just apologize. Take the guy aside, bring him aside, say, you know what, that was too far. I apologize. That wasn't the right thing to say. And always be direct with people and be straight up. And I find that that's the best way to deal with really any teammates, and that's what's going to kind of lead to the most successful teams, and the best chemistry is when guys are straightforward, honest with each other, deal with any problems right away, and then just get them out of the way and get rolling again. Another thing you can do is you can also ask, as a rookie, ask the vets. Ask the vets questions. Ask them positional questions. Ask them stuff that you kind of want to know because it's something you're going to eventually figure out. But just ask them now. I mean, they've already been in the league 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 years more than you. So it makes them feel good to answer those questions. I'm not going to lie. Like, if I had a younger guy, first year guy, come over to me and say, you know what, I'm kind of struggling with this. What do you think I should do? That you feel a sense of pride because you feel like a real leader and you get to actually step up and try to help them out. So for me, I really like to break down skills. I like to try to deal with situations, any issues with the team or anything. So I absolutely love when guys come to me and they tell me the problem or something they're struggling with, and we can work through it together. And I think that's something that rookies can really take advantage of. And don't be afraid, but also don't be annoying and don't ask too much and don't ask stupid questions. Obviously, know when it's a real question that can really benefit you, and ask the guy. If he's not willing to answer, then I don't know. Are you really that great of a veteran if you can't answer a legitimate question from a rookie? I don't know. Just my thought. Another thing for rookies is respect the vets. You're going to be a veteran soon, and you're going to really appreciate when the rookies show you respect. So don't argue when they enforce a rookie rule. So like sitting near the front of the bus for rookies, don't try to fight it when they say move up one. Just move. You say, you know what, it's all right. I get it. It's fine. You also don't have to just put your head down and be like a puppy with the tail between your legs and be afraid. But at the same time, you should also be respectful, because you know what, you're going to really, really appreciate when those rookies the following year do the same thing for you. Another little thing, this is a touchy subject, so I don't want to get too deep into it, but as far as like hazing goes, or kind of bugging each other and pulling little pranks on each other and whatnot, I think that's always going to be a part of the game. I think that's always going to be a part of life. Joking around is just how we pass time and how we have fun. And I think there's always needs to be a limitation to that. I think that as veterans, you need to realize that you can put tape on a guy's helmet or bug him in some way, but I think there's obviously a point where you get to an embarrassment level where it can actually cause them some real social harm outside of the hockey community. So when that starts to happen, I think that's where we should definitely draw the line, and that's it. I don't really think there's too much more to that. I think everybody understands that. I think that sometimes teams push it a little too far, and you know what? We're all having fun. I get it. I'm playing too, so you know what? It is fun to push it, but you have to realize that we got to be smarter than that. We also need to set a good example for hockey players in general, knowing that we need to set the tone and realize that there's a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of everybody really looking at us to be leaders in the community. Hockey's a huge sport in Canada, getting bigger and bigger in the States, getting big in all around the world. So we need to be responsible, and we also need to have fun with it, because if it's not fun, why are you even playing hockey? But be reasonable, be smart. I know you guys are smart enough to know exactly how far to push it, and that'll be good. And kind of the final thing, and this is something that I think a lot of rookies forget, is that you guys are leaders too. When you're a young guy, there's usually a group of younger guys, right? Group of first year guys, group of second year, third year, fourth year, and all the way up to fifth, so your final year, 20-year-olds. And there's all these little subgroups, right? So sometimes it's all different ages. And it's your job to be a leader of the rookies too, right? You're obviously not just going to have a team of one captain and then everybody else is just kind of listens and never says a word. Everybody has to kind of step up if you want to create a winning culture in the room. When guys are not being responsible, making mistakes outside of the room, in the room, on the ice, younger guys also have to be willing to step up and have the balls to just kind of be like, you know what, I don't like what you're doing right now, man. I think we need to address this. Let's figure it out. I want to help us all win. I want to help you win. I want what's best for you. And I think that's the way we should all go. So rookies, you're not exempt from stepping up, showing leadership, and really helping the team win. So everybody plays a huge role in a championship team. I think that's really ultimately what I'm getting at here, is that if you want to try to win a championship, the young guys have to have some real say, and everybody has to understand that there needs to be harmony in the room. There needs to be a level of respect for the older guys, but there also needs to be respect to the younger guys as well, and respect yourself enough to ask those questions, enough to take leadership roles, and respect yourself enough to not be afraid to actually just talk to the older guys and become friends with them. I think I made a mistake as I was younger, and I kind of stuck to myself. I like to kind of stretch on my own and do a lot of stuff on my own, and I guess I was kind of more of a goalie in that sense, where I kind of went off and stayed focused, which I think was all right. I think it was good. I think it helped me get better, but I definitely think that it's important to try to interact and become better friends with your teammates. I've done that more and more each year. I think I've gotten more and more confident with it each year, but if I could give one piece of advice to any younger guys, any rookies, is, you know what, don't be afraid. Just start talking to guys, put yourself out there, and just be a genuine guy, and that's what's going to help you. Or a girl. I apologize for any girls watching this in girls hockey or girls sports. I was just kind of thinking of it in guys junior hockey, but it all applies the same way, right? It's all just a sport, and we're all just trying to enjoy it. We're all trying to win, and I think those are some little tips for the younger and older guys to really help you guys succeed in what you're trying to do and win those championships. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening to my little rant. If you're listening to this on the podcast, I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment, and I'd really appreciate it if you left me a rating on iTunes. And I just really appreciate you guys taking the time. So leave me a rating, leave me a comment, and make sure to keep asking me questions. I really, really like answering them. It's a lot of fun to do this on a daily basis, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. So hit me up with those questions, and let's keep on rolling.